girl, yes, I'm back with another video, and as you can tell by that title, I am coming with a story time. So basically, I am going to be telling y'all about my labor and delivery after, basically after I had her. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I had her November the 6th, and I was supposed to have her November the 12th, but my blood pressure and stuff was high, so they had to go ahead and induce me. They tried numerous of times to try to induce me or whatever, so I was basically, you could say, in labor for Monday night to Wednesday, early Wednesday that morning. But after I had her, everything went great. I was happy, I was excited, I was scared. I was just scared, what if I drop her, or, just stuff like that. It's just crazy stuff like that, or whatever and stuff. And excuse me about the noise that you hear. My grandma is getting her porch and stuff built. But anyways, yeah. So I went home, or whatever, because I had to have a C-section. But, anyways, I went home after 3 days. I think I stayed 3 or 4 days in there, and stuff like that. And so the next week, November the 12th, the day I was supposed to have her, that's when everything went downhill. That was when we had called the WIC people, and they scheduled her WIC appointment, and that day I had to bring her. So it's just a normal day. We went in for her WIC or whatever and stuff like that, and basically, my stomach was hurting really bad. And, I'm thinking, oh, I got to poop or something like that. But no, that was not the case. Which I did poop. But, anyways, while in the thing, I went to the bathroom. And I noticed that I was bleeding heavy. But I'm like, okay, well, it ain't too heavy for me to be worried about or stuff like that. I'm thinking, okay, I just had a baby that go, get me in, get me out. No. Baby, I was sitting in that WIC office for an hour or two, really, before they seen me. People was walking in before me, and after me, and getting seen before me or whatever and stuff. So yeah, it was just, and I was like, my stomach hurting, telling my boyfriend that or whatever at the time. And I basically was like, yeah, I was like, my stomach and stuff hurting or whatever and stuff. He was like, you need to go use the bathroom. So I went, used it, whatever. That's what I noticed, I was bleeding heavy. So I came back out, sent fine, and then I just felt like it was gushing out. But it wasn't, I wasn't thinking that it was gushing out that bad. So we finally get called in the back after I went up there and told them, when are y'all going to call me back there? So we get called back there, and oh Lord, it's just, that was the worst day of my life, literally. She was answering, my stomach was just hurting really bad. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I gotta poop again. But I was feeling the blood and stuff, and I felt like I had to pee really bad. So when I went, I said, man, I'm sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom or whatever. So I went to the bathroom, and it's I could not make it to the bathroom. I said, oh my gosh, I gotta pee really bad, or boo, whatever it is. And so went, put on my clothes. Literally, right when I put on my clothes, nothing but blood. Blood, big size blood clots dropping out of me. And I'm just thinking, please don't let me pass out, because I was losing that much blood. When I say it was so much blood, it was so much blood. But yeah, I was like, please do not let me pass out back here, because I was just praying to God, please, God, don't let me pass out. I done messed up these people's bathroom with all this blood. So as I'm still bleeding, I'm trying to clean up all on the floor, all on the toilet, everywhere, trying to clean all that up much as I can. So I did much as I can or whatever and stuff like that. And so I went, and by this time the pad was full, and we live right up the road from the WIC office. So I was like, okay, well, I don't need to bring all that. So I didn't bring any more pads with me. So I had to stuff tissue down there or whatever and stuff like that. So got back in the room. I said, we gotta go. I said, we got to come back because it's an emergency and stuff. And then I said, I'm just bleeding real bad. And I just bust out crying. I said, please give me a phone so I can call my mama. And my mama is all the way in Atlanta. She cannot come down and get me fast. But it's just a fact. Whenever I have a problem, I call my mama or whatever. So my mama, she was talking about that's normal and you need to just, she was like, you need to just, she said you just need to go home or go to your doctor office and such. Bleeding this much, I'm about to go home. Oh no, ma'am, not bleeding that big. Cause she was listening to the one of her friends that she worked with. They said they happened to her, but I don't think hers was as severe as mine. So I was like, no. So then I got the phone with her. I called my OBGYN, and they're talking about, well, we got to call you back whenever we could get a doctor or whatever in place. I said, oh no, this can't wait for no doctor. I said, I'm about to go to the emergency room. So we left out of there, but remind y'all, like, I'm bleeding so much, like, when I came back in the room, like, I had on dark sweat. Like, it was bleeding through, like, I leaked all over the people carpet in the WIC office or whatever and stuff like that, the room that we was in. And they was asking, do you need me to call the ambulance? I said, I think we can make it, but, I mean, I don't know, I'm just scared or whatever and stuff like this. This is my first time going through something like this. So the lady, she called another person in there, and they gave me more pads. So she literally gave me 4 pads. By the time I made it to the hospital, which is about 5 or 10 minutes from the WIC office, I had bled out those pads so much, like they was drenched. And when getting in the car, like I could just, like when I was picking my legs up to get in the car, you could just feel, I felt the blood clots just dropping or whatever and stuff like that. So anyways, I get rushed into the hospital, the emergency room, and I go to check myself in or whatever, and I couldn't even really check myself in because I was in that much pain. Like, it wasn't pain, but it was pain or whatever, and I was just bleeding so much, and I was scared. So I was like, ma'am, I really gotta go to the bathroom or whatever. So by this time, I don't know, walk to the bathroom. I mean, they're just still bleeding out, big blood clots. Like, it's like a waterfall that didn't stop, pretty much. And so my auntie, she worked at the hospital, and so my family called her to go check on me. So she came to the bathroom, she seen all that blood, and she was looking like, she be back there with stuff like this. So she was looking like, why are you losing this much blood and all these blood clots? So she ran to the bathroom. She got me a wheelchair. She said, y'all got to come see her now. So I went in the wheelchair, got back there, or whatever. Still, they put a big diaper thing on me, or whatever and stuff. And I basically just sitting there bleeding until they figured out what was going on with me. So after a while, or whatever and stuff, like the pain just was getting really intense, or whatever and stuff. So they did an ultrasound on me. And come to find out, my uterus was contracting. So I was basically in labor again, like I was about to have a whole nother baby. And there was no baby inside of me. And also, when they did the ultrasound, they seen that it was well, maybe I could have had twins, never know. But it was a big blood clot, the size of basically a baby. It was a 6.8 pound blood clot in my uterus. And I mean, I just had to sit there really, because they called my OBGYN. They finally got in touch with my doctor, and they didn't want to give me they wanted to give me this medicine to stop the pain, but it was a blood thinner. So they was like, we don't want you to bleed out more. So I just had to sit there and take that for literally, I think I was sitting there doing that for a couple of hours, if I'm not mistaken, like bleeding out heavy blood clots and basically having contractions. And those contractions hurt like, oh Lord, I think I wouldn't have been able to do a natural birth, but I wanted to do a natural birth where I pushed my baby out and I didn't have no epidural, but I was taking it, but my body was tensing up. So I feel like if that would have happened, they probably would have took my baby because I was tensing my body up too much, because I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, I basically was in labor without a baby in my stomach. And then after they found out what it was, they took me back to the labor and delivery side. And my OBGYN, he came and gave me some medicine. The man who delivered my baby, that did a C-section, he came and gave me some medicine. And he basically was like, this medicine, hopefully this medicine, you'll be able to pee the whole entire blood clot out or whatever by the morning time. So all that night I was in pain, but it stopped because it was giving me stuff or whatever. But my pee was like bloody red, like it was like bloody red, like it was like nothing but blood that was in the toilet. It wasn't no pee, I feel like. And I had to pee a certain amount, like throughout the day or throughout every hour, something like that. I had to pee a certain amount or whatever. And so the next morning they came in and did another ultrasound on me, and the blood clots, it was still there. Like it didn't go nowhere. It decreased in size a little bit, but not that much. And so they had to do, I think, a DCD or something. It's something like that, where they went in and they sucked it out. And he said while he was sucking the blood clot out, it was forming back up in my uterus. So he had to go back in there and suck the blood clot out more. So I think I lost a pretty good bit of blood or whatever and stuff. And after that, I think I stayed in there for 3 more days. Well, I stayed in there that first day when I first went in there, and then the second day when they finally did the sucking the thing out, the blood clot out, I think I stayed another night. So it was about 2 nights I stayed in there. And then the next day I had went home. And y'all, I mean, ladies, if y'all have a C-section, please, I don't think it will. I don't think I caused it. I think it's just my body didn't recognize that my baby was already out. So that's when it started contracting on the day that she was supposed to be born. But ladies, if you have a C-section, it don't matter if you have a C-section, a natural birth, it don't matter. Please take your time and chill and relax. Like, I could not stress this enough. Do not get up and do nothing. If you got a significant other, please let that person do everything. You want to help, but do everything or whatever. You got people to help. Now, I see if you ain't got nobody home with you, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know, call a friend, call somebody, because y'all don't want to have no setback, and then y'all don't want to have what I had, because that was the worst feeling ever. Thinking like, dang, I just had a baby and I'm about to die. Dang, like, my baby ain't even a week old yet, and I'm about to die because I done bled out this much blood. Like, so yeah, please don't do nothing. Let the other person do everything. Take your time out and relax and heal. You gonna wanna do stuff. I say give yourself a good 4 weeks. With a C-section, it take like 6 to 8 weeks. Literally, the day I had her, that same day, I was up moving, doing stuff. Like, I was just moving. Got home, they was telling me something. I was moving, folding up clothes, straightening the room, washing dishes. They'll try to tell me to stop, but I could not stop because I was bored. Like, you be bored as fuck. But, I mean, sit down, relax. You just had a baby and enjoy your blessing. But yeah, guys, that's basically my labor and delivery story. Oh yeah, also I went through like a postpartum depression phase through. I don't know how you say it. Well, it wasn't depression because I wasn't sad, but I cried. Like, I cried a lot. I think I cried with my daughter for like a month or 2. Like, it'd be crazy things. Like, I could look at my daughter and cry. My mom could tell me she loved me, I cry. My boyfriend could say something, I cry. Like, I could look at her, something, I cry. I could just sit there and start thinking, I cry. Like, I just cried. And it's okay to cry because your body is going through a whole bunch of emotions and stuff. As long as you're not trying to hurt yourself, hurt the baby, or hurt anybody else, I think you'll be fine. Keep yourself around positive vibes. That's all I can say is just keep yourself around positive people, positive vibes, smiling. I mean, just stuff like that. Like, Don't stress yourself. If you crying, baby, you gonna cry. I cry. But if you thinking about hurting yourself, hurting the baby, or hurting somebody else, you need to go back to the hospital and they can get you some help, because this stuff is very serious. Like, I didn't think I was gonna be like that, but it took a toll on my body, and I'm already an Aries or whatever. And y'all just take care of yourself. Thank y'all for watching.